All right, we're live. This is Tales from Flipside Monday. A little late, but it's okay. We have trailers to talk about. A very lawyer-esque acquisition. We have DC Comics news, market report. I don't have pickups, so maybe somebody has pickups here. We can tell stories, do something at the end, and let's go. So here we go. Let's do the old intro. Let's go. And welcome back, Mr. Z, man.
Thank you. I was on a vacation in the great state of Hawaii for the last week, so
Sick.
Fun
Using
time.
CEO's
still
yacht
pale.
out there.
Still good to know.
Well, I mean, you're a white guy from Indiana. I mean, we
50 SPF all day.
50 SPF. I'm glad I let you borrow the yacht, the CEO's Tales from Flipside yacht in Hawaii. So.
Yeah, I know. It was a good time.
Okay. So we'll go with the trailers first. So Agatha dropped a teaser trailer. I watched it. I thought it was really good. I thought it was more scary than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more her, like, I guess joking around, maybe a hocus pocus vibe, I guess, if you would call it. It's
You're thinking more WandaVision funny.
Yes, over scary horror, I guess, maybe. But I thought it was pretty good. I mean,
it looks like it could be very entertaining. The way the initial framing device definitely looked like it was a tongue-in-cheek reference to all those cop dramas of Cold Case and CSI and shit like that. And so that was definitely what the initial framing device looked like. And then I think they lightened up a little bit definitely as it progressed.
Do you think it's a rewrite, or do you think they just kind of just?
I don't know. I mean, it definitely looks like it went from being the seriousness that it was to they definitely lightened it up with the title being Agatha all along. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what this is really going to be. That trailer did look halfway decent though, so I'll give it a chance. And I mean, once again, Mephisto is rumored to make an appearance, so we'll see how it plays out.
I mean, this is one of those I'm just going into as if it didn't have Marvel in the title, I'd be watching it with no expectations, So that's kind of where I'm at, is how closely tied into Marvel is it really going to be, and it's just another show to me at this point going into it. So, I agree with Brian. She's enjoyable to watch. She's been in a lot of shows. That she's a good character actress, so to speak.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking about. Okay, I can bring it up. So the other trailer that dropped, and it wasn't even a trailer. It was
the half a teaser.
Yeah, pretty much. And I didn't make a slide for it. I know I did. You know what's funny? They're starting to not port over on the new stuff on GIMP for some reason. Maybe because I don't have the latest update anymore. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was coming out, and it just popped up in my feed.
Yeah, I saw this too. So I don't want to play it because we get kicked off, but a feature-length documentary coming fall 2024 on Kickstarter. Sign up when you know the launch. So let's launch the Kickstarter and let's see. So how the artistic version of Alex Ross reshaped comic art and redefined superheroes across the generation. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I feel like there's a new hotness. Like every comic creator is getting a documentary. Stevens, Stan Lee.
This isn't particularly a Ross documentary. It's a documentary of this story, but
yeah,
and that would be Ross and Wade and who's the other one? Mark Wade, Ross. I thought there might be one more person. I'm blanking on it.
Sorry. Wade, Ross, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
Wade, Ross, and Todd Klein did the lettering, but I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it's an epic story, and it's, it has influenced a lot of things. I don't know that I care about a documentary, but who knows? The right teller, the right story. Sometimes it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I want to say, stay safe for everybody. And I know he's having power issues. Everybody's doing the hurricane thing over in Houston right now. So Hood and Nate's okay, and everybody else is okay. So shout out to those boys. I'm sure everybody's safe.
There was a lot of trailers today. I mean, I saw that Brad Pitt F1 dropped today, which also didn't really show you much of anything either, other than cars racing.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of that.
I watched it really showed me nothing.
I watched Ford vs Ferrari finally.
That was a great show.
Yeah. The only F1 movie in my book is Driven. No, I'm joking. Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Until you can beat Days of Thunder, there is no racing movie.
Right.
Days of Thunder, Talladega Nights.
And then for Ferrari too, I watched Ferrari too. It was okay. It wasn't.
Yeah, Ferrari. That's so great.
I don't know. Man, I can't get into Adam Driver almost any role.
I was talking to
nuts.
I was talking to Chris last week. I was talking about how I started Tubi. So Tubi's like free, and it's old man stuff. So I've been on my boomer watching of every crappy action.
Oh yeah, love it. That Ford vs Ferrari was exceptionally good though. I waited for years and stumbled on it, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was really good. I was surprised. I was like, wow. No wonder. I think
I was watching reels or something. Except kept showing clips, and I'm like, "What is this damn movie?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it sucked because I started watching. It was like, oh, Prime, you need a member. You need to buy it, or you need to go somewhere else, or it's a subscription I didn't have. I'm like, Jesus. I mean, I could have watched it other ways. But,
yeah. Sometimes it's just hunting the shit down.
So let's talk about. So we're talking about different streaming things, or we'll just kind of roll into this one. Sorry, this is. Let me get it off.
Nice to
Yeah, thank you. I tried. I planned this out. I wrote flashcards. Skydance. Is it on? Do you think it's on a? So this is like a very okay. Let's go off Variety, right? You want to go off Variety because it's probably better.
Yeah, it might be easier.
Okay. So this looks a little better because that one looks like a press briefing. Shout out to Chat Crow. He hit me up with this. Dave Ellison set as chairman CEO, Jeff Shell as president of Paramount, Sharon Redstone to sell Family Empire to Skydance Media in an $8 billion deal. So
if we were on our shit, we would have brought the lawyer on to tell us what's going on.
Yeah, I know. That's fine.
Come on, CEO.
I know. That's fine.
You got a 1 week suspension of the red jacket.
I totally agree with that. So this is everything in Paramount's vault and TV shows, movies, CBS, Nickelodeon, South Park.
Everything that is Paramount. Is now belongs to David Ellison, and it's funny because on paper Skydance is a smaller company, so that's why this gets a little confusing. But David Ellison's parentage, he comes from billionaires, and her father is the original. Sumner Redstone was the creator of CBS as we know it. So he's a self-made man. The company started as basically a drive-in movie theater chain that eventually became what we now know as CBS. And so it's somebody wanting to cash out while the money's still there.
Jesus. I mean, look at that. So he completed law school, right? He was making back in '48. He was making $43 a week. Doesn't that seem like a lot?
Well, I mean, if you're second or third generation, family, because that's definitely not him, making the sale per se. That's that's his kids or his grandkids making that deal, right? Maybe they want to get out. They don't want to ride this wave of whatever's coming.
Well, I mean, let's also be real about it. The company has it faltered a little bit because there was a point when there was the CBS Viacom situation. And they sold off their controlling situation in Viacom. But there was a point when, in this heyday, that this situation, in the 2000s when MTV was at its peak and all the support, I mean, you would transition in 99 to 2004. It would legitimately be a transition as a teenager from MTV to Comedy Central, and you probably started watching. Your TV experience started with you watching Nickelodeon.
Mhm.
Like there was so much money going into the greater like CBS Viacom machine. I think they were worth something around like $43 billion at one point as an organization. So an eight billion is actually on the low side for what this company was worth at its heyday. But that was also when Sumner was still alive and running the show as well.
Yeah, and that was before MTV was the Rob Dyrdek channel, and
Yeah. Oh, and then also the amusement parks as well, because it's something that people end up sleeping on. But Paramount controls Carowinds in like King's Dominion, Carowinds in North Carolina, so King's Dominion in Virginia, Carowinds in North Carolina. It's on the North Carolina-South Carolina border. I think they have like 3 or 4 amusement parks as well under the umbrella of National Amusements.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is a multifaceted conglomerate of entertainment as a company that was worth a lot of money at one point. So she's probably pissed off that by the time she got her control of it, by the time her father passed, relinquished it to her, it was kind of probably on the downslope, to be real about it.
It's not like Merv Griffin and stuff back in the day. Remember, he like passed away and then they sold it for like billions of dollars. Obviously, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, I don't know. There's a lot of good pieces. CBS, if you're going to pick a broadcast channel, it plays to the audience that watches broadcast TV still.
And
it's the old man TV channel.
Yeah, so this is Skydance's movies. So obviously it's the old, Life and Jack Reacher and Snake Eyes and G.I. Joe and True Grit's on there and Mission Impossible. So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Does this help their distribution? Does it, there's probably a lot of deals still floating around.
And they get the app too, right? Paramount has its own app, so.
It's also how much of these are IP versus how much of these are just distribution rights, Yeah. Do they still have the IP to some of this stuff?
We knocked that one out. We were a little shaky at the beginning of this broadcast. CBS.
Yeah, I mean, CBS is the old man channel. They've got 1,000 CSIs.
Hey.
And what's the other one?
Law and Order? Is that no? It's NBC.
Oh, they had Blue Bloods, right? Or
Blue Bloods,
which they I think just got rid of finally.
Yeah. Tom Selleck was crying that he couldn't afford anything. Like there, as long as I get more strange new worlds. So. Stuff, I love that. We'll go here because this is another skew. So obviously, 4th of July was last week. Anthony Mackie posted a video or a picture of his new suit, the new Captain America.
That's very reminiscent of what Cap 2.
It's Cap 2 meets a little bit of Infinity War, like where the fading on the symbol.
Yeah, it's definitely closer to one of those.
I like how it's I guess sleek it looks.
Yeah,
the first one was terrible, like way too bulky. So
yeah, this is a good looking suit. I'm not gonna give it any shit. That's a nice looking suit.
And apparently we're actually getting a trailer or some rumors are that we're getting a trailer on Thursday.
Nice. I'm super excited for this. I'm more excited about this now. Doesn't look like.
I don't know, man. If it's going to be great, not great. I like Anthony Mackie.
I was a Falcon Winter Soldier fan, or not? Or Falcon. What was that other one with Bucky?
Yeah,
right? Was it Bucky and Falcon?
Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I hope he does good with a good. He needs a good co-star, so I hope they pull that off right. Like he's good at interacting with somebody else. I think is my best versions of Anthony Mackie when he's working. He's got a good kind of co-pilot.
It was Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So it was Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I mean, the suit looks good. Like, I don't know. There's been weird stuff bouncing around that he was pushing for. Like Anthony Mackie himself was pushing for like a a love interest storyline with Black Widow. It's like, nah, dog, let it go. That's not the move for you.
Hey, I wouldn't. I'm not mad at him about it. Where's Carter at? I'm not mad at him about it.
There's just too many of, they don't need a love story. They need I don't know. I don't know what it needs to be. I don't even care.
I can't believe Anthony Mackie didn't pull the Hulk Hogan and said, this doesn't work for me, and shut it all down. Creative control. Funny. Yeah. And then we got, Giancarlo Esposito's in here, and all these guys. So it'll be.
I think we actually figured out what character Giancarlo was playing.
Yeah, we did.
It's the George Washington double bow.
A GW Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Which has no powers. He's just a guy. His first appearance is X-Force 1, I believe.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so not a lot of spec value.
Well, got to dig him out of the back. No. They went from $1 to $2?
Yeah.
X-Force 1.
So I don't know. It's fine. It was good seeing him in The Boys this week.
I didn't watch the new episode yet. I'm on episode 6. I haven't watched it.
It was just good to see him back in action. He's the only person that kind of adds a little levity to this whole thing sometimes.
Rumors, love stories with Diamondback and Sam. Here's another Nick Fury type of with friends with Cable too.
Yeah, I did see that.
Interesting. And so we talked about that. DC returns to Wednesdays for New Comic Book Day. I am not the new comic book guy, so I'm not gonna claim that I know all about this, but
I mean, it got announced back in February, but it popped on my radar because it popped up and there was like, hey, just so you remember, like DC Comics are being released on Wednesday starting like July 3rd. And I was like, oh, that matters for somebody who still reads DC Comics like on Wednesdays.
For that one variant that's hot a year.
Well, it honestly might help them because Jesus Christ, who's going to the store Tuesday and Wednesday?
Yeah, when I was so the whole transition happened when I was still like sort of kind of Wednesday warring, and it was a pain in the ass because like some shops were putting them out there on the shelves to be acquired, like that you could buy them on Tuesday. Other shops were sticking to like everything comes out on Wednesday because they weren't trying to do the stocking, twice in a week. So yeah, it was just a nightmare, and honestly, it didn't help their sales any.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to think too. Some of these smaller shops, right? Not the Mile High and stuff like that, but people like you can't afford to pay 2 employees, or like you said, it's like you're trying to stock, and it's a late night Monday night because you got Tuesday morning, and then a late night Tuesday night, and you got Wednesday morning.
Well, some of them used to like to take Monday, Tuesday off.
Yeah, a lot of shops would just close down on Tuesday to prep for getting things out on Wednesday. So
yeah.
And then I'm going to say this is a very rumor, not validated next article.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Yes. So they're saying, people are saying, okay, people, not, I wouldn't say definite people. Rocket's definitely going to be MCU's Apocalypse. Dwayne Johnson's production company signed a multi-year deal with Disney after his collapse of fucking DC. That would be a total Rock move in wrestling. They'd be going to go to WCW after he destroys WWF. Collaborating across divisions, including Walt Disney Studios, Animation, Marvel, Lucasfilm, Pixar, 20th Century Studios, and more. I would say I would kind of believe this because they're coming out with a live-action Moana. Right?
yes.
I mean, I understand the deal. I think it's a terrible choice for all parties because this villain just has not come off well on better actors. Now the storyline could suck, but man, The Rock's not known for making the best storyline choices either when he has a say. So shit, man, I don't know. I get the vibe, but I don't think that's what. I don't know. Sounds terrible.
I mean, if the script is okay and he's just, go do this, it could be fine.
But when you say it could be fine, that's what the best we're expecting right there.
I think the biggest issue is doing like how many actors do we have out there who have the physical capability to look the part and also have the acting skills?
Dave Bautista.
Yeah, but the issue is that he's basically like, fuck Marvel at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it.
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't know. It's one of those. It's bitten us too many times. The character and the actor.
I mean, only one time. I mean, in the form of the Oscar Isaac portrayal in Apocalypse, X-Men Apocalypse.
Wasn't there another version, or am I making that up?
No, that was just the only one live action.
I guess
Oh,
you're right.
If we're going down the rabbit hole, we might as well go down all the way. Okay, so these people are being fan cast, my cast for Apocalypse. Keith David is 68 is ridiculous. Ralph Fiennes was Cena, which
Nope.
Momoa, nope. Bardem, I mean, Hugh Jackman's probably not going to do it. We talked about Batista. It's Elba. I don't know if Chris Pratt could.
I'd say Elbow could be interesting, but again,
The Mountain.
I mean, Nathan Jones has the size and the look to him, but he's not that great of an actor. Let's be real about it. And he's already also played a role. I want to say he was. Wasn't he the sword fist guy in Shang-Chi? But I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they fucked this all up.
yeah, most of these people are already in Marvel. It's stupid.
Yeah. And they're pipe dreams at best. Like,
I mean, I don't know. It's not me and The Rock. It's just like, good God, let's not already be talking Apocalypse at this point. We just did Apocalypse in.
That was like 10 years ago.
How long?
That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Was it really that long?
2016? Oh, 2016, but still 8.
Still, I mean, like,
Closer
so
to
many
10 than it is
stories.
to 5.
Yeah,
There's so many storylines we can choose. We're going to start there.
Well, it's because it's just in 97, right? I mean, it's just tough.
Well, and we're doing it in 97 or 98, right?
Oscar Isaac was?
Yeah, he was Apocalypse.
Really?
Yeah. That is
No.
that is Oscar Isaac right there.
Yeah.
How do I not remember this?
Because everybody was like, "Oh man, Oscar Isaac is Apocalypse," and then what we got was
A
that
shit show.
it was. Like,
I don't even know if it was his fault. It was more just the story was a turd.
It was bad storytelling. It was bad storytelling. Bad. I mean, the makeup didn't look that terrible, but he was undersized. The only growthing they did was in the astral plane. They took too many creative licensings on Apocalypse.
Yeah, I don't know. I just would like to see them start somewhere else. I mean, if you're going to build it and we're talking a couple movies in, sure, but shit, by then The Rock will be how old?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think honestly, stay away from Apocalypse for a little while. Stay away from telling the Phoenix Saga again for a little while. Like, for
the love of God, no Phoenix Saga.
I mean, that's one that we've done. I mean, that's been done twice now to not great success.
And in X-Men animated.
Yeah, and X-Men animated. So
I don't
stay away from Days of Future. I mean, there's so many stories they could choose. For love of God.
I mean, or if you are going to ultimately try and get to Apocalypse, do it the right way. Like, don't feel that you need to hit the fast forward button. Do a makeshift mutant massacre and then work your way into. But apparently, Sinister. I mean, again, for us not to forget,
that was a lot of the discussion with Sinister.
Yeah, Sinister. But I mean, Sinister leads you to Apocalypse.
Yes,
because you basically go mutant massacre. You go to introduction of Sinister, and then you find out that Sinister was ultimately did the mutant massacre to set up the events of the bringing of Apocalypse.
I guess the issue is so much of the later stuff is tied to Apocalypse, which is a pain in the ass. But God, I don't know, man. I'm just tired of the same characters.
I mean, really, what they need. I mean, I know. Let's kind of lay this.
I mean, because that
around.
Fox movies covered a lot of ground.
Yeah. Well, and the thing too is like they need to set this universe up so they can branch off and do individual storylines on different people, right?
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, I mean, I would love to see. People have their opinions, but I'd love to see an onslaught in live action. But that takes time to build up to. You have to do the events of basically what just happened in the series with Fatal Attractions to get to that point.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they've touched on so many stories. It's hard to say, hey, I don't want to see this one again. But man, I guess if they've done it for shite, you are okay seeing it again.
I mean, how many times did we talk about Batman and his fucking family, right? Down on fucking every movie.
Yeah, if we see somebody die in Crime Alley and pearls drop on the ground for the 10th time at this point.
Well, I hate to say it, right? I know we're crunchy old people, but 2016's 8 years ago, and so the new kids, right, add 10 years to it, they haven't seen any movie, right? So they don't.
Well, half of them haven't even watched it. I don't know if my kids got I had them go watch the original X-Men at one point when they were really into superheroes. Mm-hmm. They give no shits now, by the way.
Yeah,
no shits. But they watched the first couple X-Men, and then they got to that one, and they kind of lost interest by then. I don't think it stuck with them.
What are they into now?
Not that. I mean, they don't care about any comic related stuff nor movies. It's video games and video games and YouTube. Like, they are aware comics exist and they'll watch something if it's on, but they have no desire to watch anything. Like, I think Disney Plus has ruined them. They're like, nope, I don't care. No, I don't want to watch that. Nah. So I've stopped even asking them.
That's all I got for the old news. You want to hit up the old market report?
Yeah, let's hope my computer doesn't suck tonight.
I got you.
It was on a break. All right. I'm starting with one because I think somebody pulled off a listing that people bought into with no idea what they're buying. So this is listed as Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know what spot foil variant is, but this looks like the A cover. And as I'm looking at my comic shop, I did some Googling. I could find nothing that makes this special. And there's a SDCC comic, but it's not this cover. So if anyone in the audience knows what triggered this one to go for more money than anything else, please let me know. But it looks like somebody just listed something and people thought it was something else. Like, even on
that's what it looks like to me.
Is a first print comic.
Yeah, because this one, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Like, I could find nothing that caused this to be not, like, my comic shop has several copies of this cover at $10, $8.
The spot foil is in a Sonic. If I help you out a little bit. So, see how it's like up here?
Yes.
I mean,
they're all foil.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know why somebody paid for it. Even the SDC covers, there's other variants, but that's not one.
This is hollow foil convention exclusive variant, but that's not even the same.
Yeah, that's the SDCC.
Yeah, I think somebody just got over on somebody.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were really confused and bid on it, best I can tell. So, hope whoever bought it cancels their bid and doesn't pay $200 for a $7 to $10 book.
Yeah.
If it's one of the 30 people watching, hopefully I saved you a headache. If not, you should be watching. Let's see. This is one of the more tough to get of this of the foreign versions. The Mexicans are pretty tough. The Navarro, that's a pretty strong sale at $700. I mean, I've seen them sell 300, sometimes 4, but this is, believe it or not, a better than average copy.
Do you have one of these?
I do. It's not the rarest of them all, but it's up there. It's just hard to get for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just in collections, but it's definitely harder to get. But this is a very, very strong sale for a raw copy. So it was impressive. This book still, I mean, I don't know. It does nothing for me, but I understand the cultural significance, but it still doesn't for me.
I'd buy something off for $1,700.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. What's this one? Oh, this was our friend Four Color sent this one in. I just thought he thought it was interesting.
It's a 9.9. I mean,
yeah, 9.9. How do you get a 9.9 signed by Michael J. Fox?
Come on, man. Come on, man. That's low.
I don't want to be a dick, but that's not reasonable.
I mean, as long as he didn't pick up the book, I mean, nobody cares how good the signature is. That doesn't deduct from the grading. Yeah.
You're still done telling me he didn't.
Yeah.
A 9.9 is supposed to be perfect. There should not be a 9.9 NSS to begin with. But I digress.
Well, okay, so it depends on what the damn book's made out of also. Like, if it's cardstock or, like, square bound, then it's...
I know. I just still struggle with the whole thing.
As somebody who has some stuff that just came back from CGC that came back in very high grade and has sat in a box for 3 years. Like, yeah, 9.9s in the right format is not difficult to pull off.
No, I know, but once you throw 4 signatures on it, come on.
I mean, it looks...
And these are actors. These are not comic people. They're not, like, careful with this stuff.
It looks really good, honestly, in the slab.
Listen,
I
mean, especially with all that black and like that black and purple, like it.
4 people signing it just seems like an impossibility, especially because none of them are comic people. They're not taking the care that you would think they need to take.
Well, I mean, but how much? I mean, how much do you really need to do? I mean, looking at that one, because of the fact that one of those signatures is damn near to the spine, it wasn't in a window bag and board. Like somebody took that book out.
Yeah.
So that does make it a little more difficult. But like, if you're talking like hell, case in point, let me just.
I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying, come on.
Yes, I mean, if this is one of these CGC joints, like, it's kind of hard to fuck this up. Like, it is very much so. Just open the goddamn flap, sign the book, don't touch shit else. Like, it would be kind of hard to pick this up, to be real about it. Yeah, I mean, like, all you have to do is just open that and sign the bitch right here and keep it pushing. Like, you got to try to fuck that up at this point. Like,
I'll be like 15 more minutes. You know what I mean? I don't know, dude.
How about, have you guys saw the sale that ended yesterday? Alex Ross Wolverine cover that sold for $1,300 with Hugh Jackman's signature on it.
Oh, nice.
No.
That's that one.
Yeah, I didn't. Hold on a second.
It's on. I have children watching.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
With
love it.
Griffin, the ex-Shark kid, watching.
Nice.
I
don't know what this is.
It's the ultimate meme comic. It's the Pepe.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're gonna pay money for the Pepe coin out. I guess you're gonna pay for the comic.
With the 2 feedback too.
That's not where I'd spend my money, but I did just find it amusing. And then I'm also like, there's people that have spent millions of dollars in that shit. So whatever.
NFTs.
Yeah, Pepe coin and shit. So $2,000, I guess, is not unreasonable. Well, it's at 2,000 Canadian, so even less. Hey, a non Good Girl Dave Stevens cover.
Yeah, it's unheard of.
Right? Other than Rocketeer, it's the first one I'm like, whoa. It's the only reason I included it. I was trying to do a non-Stevens week and this hit, and I'm like, there's no girls on it. Why not show it?
That's why it was so weak. 257. I'm joking.
It's still a good sale.
It's a great sale.
So, I just got intrigued. Blizzard had a lot of these. What would we call them? Educational style comics.
Yeah.
This one's, the religious one. There is excuse me, there's another one or two floating around on the list. Deadpool newsstand seems like not the worst deal.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna look at my Deadpool one. I didn't know they came in newsstands. I guess
It's on the back.
Yeah, and I wasn't. I got it right here.
So, you know,
It's the same issue that comes up with what is it? From that time period, or actually, I mean,
the X-Men Prime and Alpha or whatever.
Well, yeah, with those guys, and also Wolverine. I want to say it's the one where it's things like Wolverine 8 or 9, the one with him and Joe Fixit on the cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the Patch and Joe Fixit one, the barcode is on the back of that book. So.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about it, but you're right. And then this one's still selling pretty freaking strong. Who knows if anything happens with it, but it has been selling very well lately.
And like, what are you gonna do after it? Like, okay, the movie comes out. Like, what are you gonna make? $100 on it? You think it's gonna work? You think it's gonna like $1,000? Like, I don't get the end game there. I guess.
I don't know.
At this point, buying this type of book right now, it's like you're buying in at the highest it will ever be.
Well, I wouldn't buy at this price, but if you're a Swiftie fan and potentially you have a Swiftie person that wants it, which I think is odd, but who knows? I don't. Also, they pay $1,000 to go see a concert, so
that is true.
I don't know. I don't think there's a huge upside, but it really depends if anything happens or if it's just a rumor.
Yeah.
If it's the most epic cameo of all time, maybe. I wouldn't expect you're going to make a shit ton on it.
I mean, if it sets up her getting her, like, an appearance that, happens more than just this one. I still don't see at $375 though it really paying off.
No, I don't think there's a ton of upside. But who knows, man? What's this one? I don't think that's this one. Oh,
that's me. That was me. So Metropolis, right? Or no, Comic Connect. I'm sorry. That's old Vinci Z.
Yeah.
100. I just wanted to put it on there so people knew. Giant size X-Men 199 sold for $170,000.
You already have my opinion on 99 on that point.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Just saying.
This was another one of those Blizzard comic ones. This one was one I don't think I've ever seen it. It's so stark and like I don't know. It just hit me as the most depressing cover I've ever seen type thing. So, anti-communist giveaway, something different. Honestly, $700 for 6.0. And it's something I've never seen, nor mind you, not looked for, but I've stumbled across a lot of weird shit and looked at a lot of weird shit, and I've just never seen this one. So, 1949. It's on the older side. It's another weird one. March of Comics, a Sears giveaway from 1974. Scooby-Doo. This is a PGX from ICE, so it's weird, but I don't know that I even knew about this one.
This is and it's an old school PGX label too, so I don't even know if it's a 9.2 really.
Yeah, who knows, man? I'm not arguing the grade. It's just something I've never seen.
Yeah.
The next one's a Sonic. We talked about one of the very underrated classic books, original Kirby story, original Kirby characters. Good stuff. Nice looking cover. Honestly, many of these are super faded when you see them. This one's still selling real well for a 9.6. Mind you, it's got a classic cover going on, so you got that, but
so we got the cover on the back too.
A first appearance nobody is talking about anymore, but who knows? Who knows what cycles back around? Ultimate Fallout under $1,000, 9.8, surprising. So we'll see where this trends. And mind you, one was over $1,000, one was under. Blah blah blah. It is trending lower because it was sitting pretty strong at that 11-12 number. And then just showing off a Hughes because, well, I love this book. I don't own any anymore. I owned many 9/8s and many not 9/8s over time. So
Still strong sale, man.
yeah, it was probably a $700-800 book without a Hughes, but with the Hughes, it seems to his signature on the right book seems to do really, really well.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but it does. All right, that's all I got. It was a light one this week. I really didn't see a lot of cool stuff that I loved. So
I don't have pickups. I don't think Chris, you went through pickups last time, right?
Well, I've got some stuff that came back from CEC. So
go right ahead, man. I already bought my book for the while.
all right, so let's see what makes sense to show. I mean, nothing too fantastic. A lot of the magazine submission, so it's stuff that many of you have already seen before. So, Little New Mutants 9.2. Let's see, Turtles number 3, 9.6.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I'll take it. I think I paid like maybe $30 for that book. So
Oh, damn. All day.
Yeah. Epic Illustrated.
Yeah, that's one of those weird ones these days.
Yeah.
It hits hype cycles on occasion.
Let's see. Some random British. Just because, like, I just wanted to get it graded because it would just get beat up. So I was like, let me just get this in a slab at this point. Maybe we can salvage it. Let's see. Oh, so here we go. So had a bunch of the Last Ronin stuff that I've been sitting on, and I was like, well, it's a good time as any. So this is the 3-year-old stuff I was talking about. So this one, RI 9.8.
Yeah. Well, that book is, if you don't get a 9.9, you fucked up.
Yeah. Well, and so speaking of which, so
Batwang?
Actually, that's already coming on. But we have number 3, the retailer incentive, 9.9.
Okay.
The San Diego Comic-Con convention edition of number 3, 9.9. Let's see. Number 4, 9.8. And number 5, 9.9.
All right.
And so again, these sat in because I think these are actually like a weird size. They're like magazines, sorta.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I mean, this is a prime example of the right book, the right type of binding, the right type of cover. You keep your hands off of it. 9.9s are not impossible to get, even with. I mean, those would have come back 9.9 with signatures on them. Like, you know, they're 9.9, they're 9.9, and they're going to stay that way unless you do some stupid shit to them. So.
I'm just saying, amateurs touching a book are going to get us home on.
True. I mean, but also, let's be real about it. Like, everybody knows that signature series gets a little bit of a gimme. Like, they know that, and unless you just do something to royally fuck it up. So if a book looks perfect as a signature series, you're probably going to get. You know,
I'm just saying, you're not going to get a finger smudge or something on it. I don't know, man.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I got a book I gotta take with Carter when I go to Comic-Con here. This is a big boy book I gotta take. I'm trying to trade bait with.
All right.
A figure toy thing. Yeah, so it'll be cool. I got it for like $20. So.
Damn. Nice.
Yeah. This was a Raz one. So yeah. So I got some other stuff over here that I'm gonna take to Carter. We'll see. What I get. Yeah, I gotta be able to get those in a box or.
Yeah, they're a pain in the ass if you don't have a box of them.
Okay. I don't have much. I've been telling everybody Neo Comic Con out here in August 4th in Ohio, North Olmsted. That's where we'll be at. Me and Carter. We'll be at SummerSlam too, and hanging out and chilling and doing all the cool stuff. That's what we're doing. You boys got anything coming up?
I'll be in San Diego in like 2 weeks. Yeah, that's really about it for
Do you think Hall H is going to return to?
Oh yeah. No, it's
Craziness.
going to be absurd. As what I'm guessing. Like just the level of transparency that I think like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, Marvel started a Marvel Entertainment podcast, and Feige came on there and was just like spilling the tea on a bunch of shit that like I think they came to the realization that like when they don't talk about this stuff and let people just like wildly like
Being on it.
yeah, speculate on it. Like it can go one of two ways, and lately it has been going not the way they want. So the leaks, like them being the ones to let things slip out, and like people, it affects the nature of things a little bit better in their favor. So yeah, I think this whole Marvel Entertainment podcast thing and having like the first episode of it have Feige do a 15-minute long interview where he talked about everything from I think Nova to everything in between of stuff that he wants to do, or he's that there's possibility in the future for. It's on YouTube and it's also I think on Apple, all the streaming platforms as well. But yep, so there you go.
30, 35 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, so the first one was 2 weeks ago, and it had Feige on there talking. Yeah, so I think it's going to be back to form. They realized that I think they need Hall H more than they thought they did. I think they were like, oh well, we don't need to be putting money into. I mean, they have to ultimately pay for what they're doing through Hall H and having a big, huge production. And I think their logic was, oh, we have D23. We don't really need San Diego Comic-Con anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And D23 is, I mean, a smaller group. It doesn't get the publicity that, things coming out of San Diego do because there's just less people talking about it. Yeah. And so, yeah, I think they've come to the realization that, like, San Diego is very important. And when we don't do a Hall H, we hurt for it. So
yeah.
All right, with that, that's all we got. See about everything else. I think it's it. Tomorrow, me and Mr. Carter doing Flipside Tuesdays, chilling out there. And that's it. So we'll let everybody go to sleep, watch your kids, whatever you got to do. Return from vacations. And that's it. So we'll see you guys later, and we're out. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. See you guys. Deuces.